Right, morning everyone. Monday the 6th of January today. Got a bit of a change of plan this week. I'm not going to be at work at least one day because the Massey is in for a bit of work. We're finally going to get the Speedshift, it's called, on this sorted out. So got a lad coming today. Agricultural engineer is going to split it with me and we're going to sort it out. As you can see, I've got all loader off. Well, I hope you can see, it's a bit dark in here at the minute. That might help a little bit. Yeah, I've got all the loader, bonnet, all that sort of stuff out the way. Prop shaft off underneath. Cab's up slightly. Might have to lift it up a little bit more, but I don't know at the minute. And yeah, that's it. 2 o'clock. And well, this is a bit longer than she used to be. Now I've got it split quite easy in my opinion. Yeah, it's come apart. This is what she looks like. Hasn't been too bad. We haven't encountered anything particularly, nothing seized, nothing snapped, which is always nice. I'll just grab a torch actually, it's a bit dark. You can see the flywheel and the dampener. I'm going to be pulling that off because the crankshaft seal on this end is slightly leaking, we think, because there's a bit of black. You can see the black kind of down the bottom, whereas there's just a hint of a bit of engine oil getting into there. So while we're here, we'll do it. There's a big bit missing out of here, but yeah, the Speedshift unit goes on sort of that ring around the outside there, and the clutch is on sort of this side of it again. Those are actually your main transmission gears. You can probably see down in the left corner one of the selectors. Not much else in there really, it's a big empty tube with some gears in it. But yeah, it wasn't too bad really, there's not so many pipes. Not quite just a case of undoing everything in the right sort of order and sliding it apart. It's gone quite well. Good for having a proper railway track for doing it, which has made a hell of a difference. So this piece here is the clutch out of it. So this is the first piece, because from the flywheel on this side through the clutch. It's a multiple plate, oil immersed. It's pressure released, so hydraulic pressure is what releases it, and it's spring pressure that keeps it engaged. You can see the smaller splines in there are the PTO splines, and the larger diameter ones are the drive. But that's quite small for a clutch, is that, for such a big tractor? It's well, I knew it was that kind, but I didn't realise it'd be quite so small. It's very compact. And yeah, that was relatively easy getting out. It's quite a lump, but it's not really a lump compared to this thing. So this piece here, this is the Speedshift on the sort of top and in the middle, and then down in there, that's actually the selector for reverse. This tractor has what would you say, like shuttle, but it's not, it's mechanical. It's shuttle but on a gear lever, so you have a reverse for every forward gear. It's the reverser is this unit here, and it's at the front of the gearbox, so there's forwards or reverse in any of the gears. You can actually see the synchro meshes at the bottom, if my handle goes steady enough. There, I mean that's all A-OK. It'll just be a bit of a job threading it back in. Aside from that, the Speedshift is in here. There's a planetary set. So there's this, which is a brake disc, and there is another clutch pack. You can maybe just see it through that sort of semicircular hole there, the clutch plates in there which engage or disengage, and I think if you look through the hole, I think you can see the planet gears in there. That's all there really is to it. Sort of basically drive passes right through this unit in higher speed, and then the brake engages. No, sorry, the brake disengages and the clutch back in there engages, which puts the drive through the planetary set, which gives a reduction, which slows it down. There's your input shaft there. That's an intermediate sort of plate between the clutch and this unit. This is your front section of it, front plate of it. You can see the piston there. That this ring that's sat up, that he's just dropped back in, is the piston, and the seals on the outside of that were absolutely knackered. I mean, hardly even there. So that's one of the problems. And the other problem was the seals on. This is actually a set of seals there, that piston seals that move the piece inside. The piece inside moves against this, and those seals are the same, they're knackered. So basically when you were engaging it, it was leaking that much that it didn't have enough force to disengage this brake. This brake is engaged by a diaphragm spring that sits just below this thing with the lugs, and there wasn't enough pressure to disengage it, and at the same time there wasn't enough pressure to properly engage the clutch pack that's in there, and as such that's why it would make the tractor engine struggle and what have you. Yeah, so we've got gonna get some parts ordered. The lad that's doing it for us is well on the way with that, so shouldn't be too long before we're putting it back together. I'm just happy we found something. We sort of got into this and got into here, and we're starting to think, hang on a minute, why we haven't found out, and going for sort of backtracking a right little bit and checking the pistons that make everything work. We found the problem. I mean, the man that bloody designed this, he must have known what he was doing. Bloody hell. To sort of think up this. It's all well and good saying, oh, you just use a planetary in there, but then figuring out how to engage, stop one piece turning and start another piece turning and simultaneously. It's been quite interesting having a look through. I might get some more footage when it's in more pieces actually. Other things that I'm on with at the moment, I'm just this is the control valve block for my loader. I've had one of these valves was sticking there, which meant the third service was sort of really stiff and notchy, and you know, so I've just had that apart, put new seals in between these slices, new O-rings, and tightened it all back down as much as I dare, because if you tighten these are all layers, and as it tightens them up for some reason, so not too tight with them, or as tight as you can get them without it going tight, you know, without these seizing. But I'm going to put there's some caps to go back on there. That's what gives you your spring sort of return, is that cap and that spring, so they always go back to neutral. I think that's it. That's all we're on with. Like I say, we haven't done bad at all for this splitting this tractor. I think there's 5 or so hours of it this morning, which is not bad. It's makes a big difference when you've got somebody that knows what they're doing. Right, I think that's all there is to say. So I'll catch you on the next one. Probably be a few more clips of maybe putting it back together and what have you. And yeah, it's right away, and it should be good to go back together. But a bit of a clean up just this evening. Just done a bit of cleaning in here. It's not too bad really. It's quite good for having a oil immersed clutch. There's no sort of clutch dust or anything like that in there. It's quite it's quite good. You can see in there, I've got it clean. That ring is where that speed shift unit goes. The reverse gears that I pointed out actually have to drop down into there, and there's a selector that has to be lined up, so that'll be a job getting that back in. And then just the clutch is on the front of it, sorry. And that's that. It's quite simple down there, there's nothing in there but, well, 4 speeds I think, bit 4 speed. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So hopefully we'll get it back sorted and be good to go with a full set of gears, which will be a nice change. We've got the flywheel and the balancer, bloody hell, not the balancer, the dampener to get off, because the crankshaft seal at this end's leaking a little bit. So we're going to do it while we're sort of in here. You don't want to have to split it twice at the end of the day. So yeah, that's all there kind of is. That's what we're doing on the Massey at the moment. Other than that, while it's been in here, I've actually tightened up this hitch. It's the swing out hitch. It has these, I bet you can't see, it has these arms, and it's all bolted together, so I've taken them all apart and tightened the bolts, them big bolts there, in to try and take some of the sort of play out of it. I think I've got it pretty good actually, so that should be a bit better, because it was just occasionally you'd pick a trailer up and you'd have to lift it to the top and up and down a couple of times to get the locks to click in, just because there's a bit of play in it. Yeah, so that's what we've done, and that's what there is to do, just to put it back together when we get some bits. Right, so I'm going to leave it at that.